Millions of years ago, Colorado was born from the violent shifts of the Earth's crust. Mountains rose, valleys formed. Everything began with the raw power of nature's transformation. The first indigenous people lived here for thousands of years, leaving traces in caves, on stones, and in stories. Colorado isn't just beautiful, it has a soul. The Rocky Mountains stand like a stone symphony, where the wind tells ancient stories and snow carves memories. This is the wild heart of Colorado. From the Colorado River to the Mesa Verde Plateau, every stream and stone nourishes life. Nature here is both wild and protective. Aspen, Telluride, Breckenridge, small towns with big dreams. People come here to explore, to start over, and to fall in love with nature all over again. Colorado isn't just a place to see, it's a place to feel. Feel the chill of the mountains, the warmth of the people, and the rhythm of life that still flows on. As you leave the highway and enter Vail, time seems to slow down. Towering pines, crisp air, and snow-capped peaks unfold like a painting. Vail greets you not with noise, but with breathtaking silence. Walking through Vail Village feels like wandering into a Swiss alpine town. Wooden roofs, charming cafes, and old-world architecture create a romance all their own. In winter, Vail transforms into a snowy paradise. With over 5,000 acres of skiable terrain, endless runs, and powder-soft snow, it draws visitors from all corners of the globe. When the snow melts, Vail becomes a vast alpine garden. Blooming meadows, hiking trails, and outdoor festivals bring a new kind of energy to its summer days. The trails around Vail lead through pine forests, waterfalls, and secret valleys. Each step is a discovery, not just of nature, but of yourself. Even at 8,000 feet above sea level, Vail offers world-class dining. Enjoy a cozy dinner by the fire, paired with fine wine, local cheeses, and views of sparkling peaks. Vail isn't just for visitors, it's home to people who live slow, live well. They love nature, embrace the mountain lifestyle, and keep the town warm and welcoming. Leaving Vail, you carry more than just photos. You take the fresh air, the sound of falling snow, the soft guitar under campfire stars. Vail isn't just a place to visit, it's one to remember. Denver sits at the foot of the Rocky Mountains, just an hour away from the wild outdoors. But what's unique is how it stays modern and energetic, offering all the thrills of a big city right next to nature. Larimer Square breathes history with its classic architecture. Union Station pulses with modern life. In Denver, every corner is a seamless blend of the past and the present. Walking through Rhino, you'll find massive murals that turn the city into a canvas. Here, art isn't locked in a frame, it lives on the walls. It echoes the voices of the community and the unique spirit of Denver. Even as a big city, Denver offers plenty of green escapes. City Park, Confluence Park, or Washington Park. These are places to breathe, jog, or simply sit and watch the sunset after a long day. Time for a quick quiz. What's Denver's nickname? A, the city without winter. B, the Red City. C, the Mile High City. Drop your answer in the comments. From street tacos and classic burgers to fine dining experiences, each bite reflects the city's open and diverse spirit. Just 25 minutes from downtown, Red Rocks is one of the most iconic outdoor venues in the US. As music echoes off the red cliffs, you feel a powerful blend of nature and performance you'll never forget. When you leave Denver, you don't just miss the view, you miss the feeling. The crisp morning air, the street music, and the rare experience of being between city and wilderness all at once. Steamboat Springs began with its natural hot springs, sacred to the native Ute people. Steam rising from the earth didn't just warm the land. It wrote the first chapters of this mountain town story. In the late 1800s, early settlers heard a spring bubbling like a steamboat whistle, and the name stuck. Steamboat is an odd name, perhaps, but it's poetic and unforgettable. From snow-covered hills, Steamboat became home to more Olympic skiers than any other town in the US. Locals call it Ski Town, USA, and it's more than a nickname. It's a badge of pride. Unlike many tourist towns, Steamboat keeps its western soul. Here, real cowboys still ride through town, wide hats, dusty boots, and lives deeply rooted in land and mountain. When the snow melts, Steamboat bursts into bloom. Wildflowers, green forests, and sparkling creeks. It's a different world, where every trail leads into a symphony of color and life. Old Town Hot Springs isn't just for relaxing. It's the historic heart of the town. From the Ute people to modern travelers, its hot waters have never stopped flowing. They keep Steamboat warm and alive through all seasons. Steamboat is known not just for its beauty, but for its people. Events like the Winter Carnival and summer concerts are when the whole town breathes together, laughs together, and lives fully. When you leave Steamboat, what will you miss? Maybe the snow, the springs, or the western skies. But what stays longest is the feeling that here you truly belonged. Millions of years ago, the fiery red sandstone of Garden of the Gods pushed up from the earth. It tilted toward the sky like rising monuments. This isn't just a landscape, it's a geological wonder shaped by time. When two surveyors first saw this place in 1859, one declared, "This would be a fine place for the gods to assemble." And so the name was born, Garden of the Gods. Here, rock is more than rock. As the sun rises or sets, the garden transforms from bright orange to soft pink to deep violet. You're not just looking, you're watching a natural light show. For the native Ute people, Garden of the Gods is more than beautiful, it's sacred. They believe it was a place of their ancestors, full of spiritual meaning and ancient stories. Walking the trails through the park, each rock seems to take shape. The gateway, the finger of God, the kissing camels. Every angle reveals a new form, a new story, waiting to be imagined. For climbers, Garden of the Gods is a dream. Scaling vertical rock spires with wind in your hair and sky above, you feel small, yet more alive than ever. Though it's one of the most stunning parks in America, Garden of the Gods is free to all. It's both grand and welcoming, a priceless gift from nature to everyone. Leaving Garden of the Gods, you take more than photos. You carry wonder, stillness, and the sense that some places on Earth truly feel divine. Estes Park isn't just a town, it's the gateway to the wild. Nestled beside Rocky Mountain National Park, it marks the beginning of adventures through rugged peaks and ancient alpine lakes. Though small, Estes Park carries the spirit of the mountains. Wooden storefronts, cozy cafes, and live music echoing through the streets create a simple yet vibrant mountain town vibe. In Estes Park, nature comes to you. Deer, elk, and even bears sometimes stroll past front yards. Here, people and wildlife share space in the most extraordinary way. One of Estes Park's most famous landmarks is the Stanley Hotel, the inspiration behind Stephen King's horror novel, The Shining. By day, it's grand. By night, it whispers with mystery. From Estes Park, you can drive the Trail Ridge Road, one of the highest paved roads in the U.S. At over 12,000 feet, the clouds fall below your feet, and the sky feels infinite. Every autumn, Estes Park turns golden. Aspen trees shimmer, sunlight softens, and the mountain wind whispers through the valleys. It's the most beautiful time to watch time pass. It's for those who seek peace, a quiet window, a warm cup of tea, and a morning filled only with birdsong and rustling leaves. It's for those who seek peace, a quiet window, a warm cup of tea, and a morning filled only with birdsong and rustling leaves. Even if you visit just once, Estes Park will stay in your heart. It's where you breathed deeper, walked slower, and felt closer to yourself than ever before. Aspen began as a silver mining town in the late 1800s. But when the mines ran dry, it didn't fade. It transformed into one of America's most luxurious mountain getaways. The Maroon Bells, with twin snow-capped peaks reflected in a crystal lake, are among the most photographed spots in North America. Every season paints them in a different kind of magic. With 4 major ski areas, Ajax, Highlands, Buttermilk, and Snowmass, Aspen draws skiers from around the world. Here, snow doesn't just fall, it invites adventure. When the snow melts, Aspen comes alive with forest trails, flowing creeks, and vast meadows of wildflowers. Summer here is peaceful and just as magical. Aspen isn't just mountains, it's a cultural hub. From classical music festivals to global conferences and art exhibitions, this is where nature and intellect meet in the high country. Despite its fame and luxury, Aspen preserves its old town charm. Red brick buildings, rustic wooden facades, and quiet streets that feel like stepping back into the early 1900s. Aspen attracts celebrities, but the town stays humble. You might sip coffee beside a movie star, and no one notices. Because here, everyone comes to simply be themselves. When you leave Aspen, you don't just remember the snow or the mountains, you remember the clarity, the stillness, and something deeply personal. Aspen isn't just a destination, it's something you carry with you. Berthoud Pass sits over 11,000 feet above sea level. As you wind through its sharp switchbacks, it feels like you're rising into the sky. It's one of the most scenic and challenging drives in the Rockies. In the late 1800s, Berthoud Pass was a key corridor for settling western Colorado. Covered wagons, gold seekers, and pioneers braved its snow, wind, and elevation in search of a better life. Berthoud Pass gets heavy snowfall year-round, making it a backcountry paradise for true ski lovers. There's no resort, just raw terrain and deep powder for those who seek it. Once home to the Berthoud Pass ski area, closed in 2003, only remnants remain. Yet for locals, the memories of lively winter days still echo through the mountain wind. Beyond the snow, Berthoud Pass shines in summer and fall. Alpine lakes, wildflower meadows, and pine forests make it a year-round escape for nature lovers. Berthoud Pass isn't just a mountain road. It's a bridge between Denver's city life and the quiet mountain towns like Winter Park. Crossing it feels like stepping from noise into wilderness. The road to the summit isn't easy, especially in winter when snow and ice test every turn. But once you reach the top, the views make every challenge worth it. Surrounded by snowy peaks, deep woods, and endless sky, Berthoud Pass makes you feel small, yet freer than ever. It's not just a place, it's a feeling. Ouray sits tucked in a deep valley, surrounded on three sides by towering cliffs. Arriving here feels like stepping into a forgotten world, quiet, majestic, and deeply poetic. They don't call Ouray the Switzerland of America for nothing. Its snow-capped peaks, winding roads, and alpine charm echo the spirit of the European Alps. Just minutes from town, Cascade Falls tumbles down the cliffs like a silver ribbon through the forest. The roar of the water silences the noise of the modern world. The native Ute people considered Ouray sacred for its natural hot springs. Today, you can still soak in the warm waters, gaze at snow-covered peaks, and feel your body and soul gently purified. In the late 1800s, Ouray thrived as a bustling mining hub. Today, old mines remain, reminders of a golden age when people carved dreams into stone and risked it all for fortune. From Ouray, drive the legendary $1 Million Highway, a road of sharp turns, no guardrails, and pure adrenaline. In return, you're gifted views beyond imagination. In winter, Ouray transforms into America's ice-climbing capital. Frozen cliffs become playgrounds for adventurers, while the town glows at night like a snow-filled dream. Ouray isn't flashy or loud. It's simple, raw, and so real that you don't need to search for meaning. Just being here feels like a quiet miracle. When you arrive in Durango, something feels different. Red brick streets, cowboy hats, and a timeless air make it feel like a living Western movie. Only this one is real. The historic steam train from Durango to Silverton is one of America's most unforgettable rides. The whistle's echo, coal smoke, and cliffside turns take you back to the 1800s. The Animas River winds through town like a lifeline. In summer, kayakers, swimmers, and laughter echo through the canyon, simple moments that bring the town to life. Durango lies near the only place in the U.S. where 4 states meet: Colorado, Utah, Arizona, and New Mexico. From here, you can explore native cultures, red rock canyons, and the spirit of the American Southwest. Durango is surrounded by the San Juan Mountains, some of the most stunning and underrated in the Rockies. Hike through pine forests, cross waterfalls, and watch eagles soar overhead. In Durango, rodeo isn't just a festival, it's tradition. You'll still see horses on back roads, working blacksmiths, and old Western tales shared over a glass in a local saloon. In winter, Durango turns into a snowy paradise. Purgatory Resort welcomes skiers from everywhere, yet hidden trails and silent forests are always waiting just for you. Durango doesn't dazzle, it stays with you. Afternoon walks by the river, neighbors greeting you with a smile. You leave with a quiet promise: I'll be back. Pagosa Springs is where warm mist rises straight from the earth, right in the heart of town. In the crisp mountain air, that gentle steam feels like a quiet miracle, healing both body and soul. Few know that Pagosa Springs holds the Guinness World Record for the deepest hot spring on Earth. Over 1,000 feet deep, this underground spring feeds a town and a deep respect for nature. This little town is cradled by the mighty San Juan Mountains. From afar, Pagosa Springs looks like it's sleeping peacefully, wrapped gently in nature's arms. When snow blankets the rooftops and hot steam rises steadily, winter in Pagosa slows everything down. Soak in a warm pool, watch snowflakes fall, and feel time stand still. In summer, Pagosa Springs comes alive. Lakes, forests, and cool rivers become playgrounds for campers, paddlers, and explorers. Every step is a step into natural peace. Though small, the local community here is full of warmth. Little shops, home-roasted cafes, and weekend farmers markets make it feel like coming home, even if it's your first time. Pagosa Springs isn't loud. No malls, no crowds, just nature, quiet, and the sense that finally you've found a place to breathe deeply again. Some places you visit and leave, but Pagosa isn't one of them. When you go, you carry a part of it with you, the steam, the peace, and a quiet longing to return. At over 10,000 feet, Leadville is the highest town in the US. The air is thin, the sky impossibly blue, and snow-capped peaks surround you like you're living in the clouds. In the late 1800s, Leadville was one of America's richest silver mining towns. The streets once buzzed with miners, merchants, and famous gunslingers of the Wild West. Wander through downtown Leadville, and you'll see red brick buildings that haven't changed in over a century. Every window and door frame seems to whisper a story from the past. The Leadville, Colorado, and Southern Railroad takes you through pine forests and mountainsides, seeing the wild beauty from vintage train cars, a trip not to be rushed. In summer, Pagosa Springs comes alive. Lakes, forests, and cool rivers become playgrounds for campers, paddlers, and explorers. Every step is a step into natural peace. Though small, the local community here is full of warmth. Little shops, home-roasted cafes, and weekend farmers markets make it feel like coming home, even if it's your first time. Pagosa Springs isn't loud. No malls, no crowds, just nature, quiet, and the sense that finally you've found a place to breathe deeply again. Some places you visit and leave, but Pagosa isn't one of them. When you go, you carry a part of it with you, the steam, the peace, and a quiet longing to return. Pikes Peak isn't just a mountain, it's a symbol. Standing tall in Colorado, it inspired the song "America the Beautiful" and still leaves visitors in awe with its breathtaking beauty. You can reach the summit of Pikes Peak by car, train, or hiking. No matter how, every step upward brings you closer to the sky, where worries fade in the cool mountain wind. The cog railway to Pikes Peak is one of the highest in the world. Through the windows, you'll pass pine forests, alpine lakes, and eventually clouds far below your feet. At the summit, the air is thinner, but emotions run deeper. The light is sharper, the wind colder, and the views seem endless. This is a place that makes you stop, just to feel. Each year, racers from around the world compete in the Pikes Peak International Hill Climb. They're not just racing each other, they're battling the mountain itself, curve by curve, meter by meter. In summer, wildflowers blanket Pikes Peak. In fall, golden aspens shimmer down its. In winter, snow softens every trail. Each season tells a different story, one you'll want to hear again. From the summit's observation deck, you can see 5 states on a clear day. The openness is so vast, you'll feel like you're standing in the middle of the universe, small but deeply alive. Pikes Peak isn't just for climbers. It's a place to look up, breathe deeply, and realize some beauty only reveals itself when we slow down. Breckenridge isn't loud, yet it always feels alive. Nestled beneath the 10-mile range, it's where wooden cabins, creekside laughter, and crisp mountain mornings welcome you, gently but deeply. Breckenridge was once a bustling gold mining town. Today, you can walk into old shafts, touch rusted tools, and imagine a time when every handful of dirt held the weight of a dream. Main Street in Breck feels like a page from a storybook. Pastel-painted shops, chimney smoke, and the sweet scent of pastries make you want to keep strolling and never go back. Every winter, Breckenridge becomes a snow-covered dreamland. From skiing and snowboarding to snowshoeing and ice sculpture festivals, this town isn't just cold, it sparkles in every moment. Summer in Breckenridge is just as alive. Hiking, mountain biking, paddleboarding on alpine lakes. The trails lead you into pine forests, where sun and silence make the world feel far away. Breckenridge breathes creativity. Wooden sculptures, snow art, street performers, and acoustic sets played on snowy streets. It's art, raw and real, in the heart of the mountains. The people of Breckenridge don't try to impress you, they just live honestly. It's their simplicity, warm greetings, and smiling eyes that make you want not just to visit, but to stay. Some places are for exploring, others are for belonging. Breckenridge is both. When you leave, a part of you stays, on snowy paths, behind wooden windows, and in the whispering wind through the pines. The Flatirons aren't the tallest nor the grandest, but they're some of the most breathtaking. These massive slanted slabs rise from the earth like leftover pieces of a cosmic puzzle. No one asks why they're shaped this way. Beauty doesn't need logic. These tilted giants have stood still for millions of years, like open gates to Boulder's wilderness. From downtown Boulder, it takes just minutes to reach the trails that lead to the Flatirons. Footsteps on dry leaves, wind through pine needles. Everything whispers, slow down, listen. For climbers, the Flatirons are sacred. Slanted faces, jagged edges, and just the right amount of challenge make these rocks an unforgettable natural playground. At sunrise and sunset, sunlight washes over the stone, painting the Flatirons in hues of pink and gold. It's when you put the camera down and just feel. You can't separate Boulder from the Flatirons. Locals don't just live near them, they live with them. Morning jogs, weekend picnics, after-work climbs. The rocks are a daily companion. The Flatirons aren't just rocks, they're history. Layer upon layer of sandstone tells stories from millions of years ago, of dinosaurs, ancient rivers, and shifting continents. Beneath the Flatirons, You don't feel grand. You feel small, but peaceful. Among stone, sky, and pine, you realize some things don't need to be conquered, just quietly stood beside. Owl Creek Pass has no toll booths, no billboards, no noise. Just a dusty road, untouched mountains, and a silence so deep you can hear the wind breathe. This pass appeared in Western classics like True Grit starring John Wayne. One glance and you'll know why. This is old America, raw and unfiltered, the way it used to be. One of Owl Creek's icons is Chimney Rock, a towering spire piercing the sky. It needs no introduction. Standing before it, you just look up and fall into silence. Visit Owl Creek in the fall and step into a painting. The aspen groves turn golden, sunlight filters through the leaves, and the whole world glows in a way no camera can capture. Owl Creek isn't for the hurried. Each bend is slow, each mile a chance to look out, breathe in, and remember, peace isn't the destination. It's the road itself. Here, you might see moose, black bears, or golden eagles soaring overhead. Owl Creek isn't a theme park. It's nature's domain, and we are only humble guests. At night, Owl Creek is pure darkness. No city lights, no buzz. Just stars and rustling leaves. Camping here feels like a return to the beginning. One person, one fire, one sky. You don't really explore Owl Creek Pass. It explores you. In its silence and scale, you'll hear your own voice again and realize how long it's been since you slowed down. Crested Butte isn't like anywhere else. From rainbow-painted homes to local art shops and free-spirited locals, this town isn't just beautiful, it has personality. In summer, the valleys of Crested Butte explode in wildflowers. Purple lupines, golden paintbrush, and hundreds of blooms spread across the hills like a painting that painted itself. Crested Butte is a winter haven for bold skiers. Steep black runs, quiet trails, and powdery snow. It's not crowded or flashy. Just you and the mountain. There are no big chains here. Downtown Crested Butte moves at a slower pace. Cozy cafes, wooden libraries, old bookstores, and locals who call each other by name. Crested Butte is surrounded by the Elk Mountains, some of Colorado's wildest, most stunning peaks. From town, the summits glow in sunlight, watching quietly over everything below. In Crested Butte, there's nothing to chase. Sit on a wooden bench, watch the forest change color, or hear a bike whiz by, and you'll realize joy isn't somewhere else. It's right where you are. Telluride sits at the end of a box canyon. There's no road through, only one that leads in. And maybe that's why it feels preserved, untouched, like a dream no one dares to wake. In the late 1800s, Telluride was one of the West's richest mining towns. Today, old mills, mine shafts, and Victorian buildings still quietly echo tales from that wild, golden past. Telluride is wrapped in sheer mountain walls, the San Juans standing like sentinels. From below, you feel small, but somehow sheltered too. Though historic, Telluride has a youthful soul. Indie cafes, street art, film festivals, jazz in the square. It's a mountain town that hums like a symphony. You can ride a free gondola from Telluride to Mountain Village. Suspended in the sky, the valley unfolds below you, a scene that feels like cinema, yet it's stunningly real. In winter, Telluride wears a coat of pure snow. It's not just for skiing. It's for feeling how snow falls here, slowly, thickly, as if it's retelling winters long past. In summer, Bridal Veil Falls plunges over 365 feet at the canyon's end. Blue sky above, wildflowers below, a scene that makes you want to leave everything behind just to stand and stare. Telluride doesn't ask you to do much, not to explore or rush or check boxes. It's a place to just be, quietly, freely, and fully in every moment. Colorado Springs rests among rising peaks, where each morning the sunlight brushes red rocks awake like a gentle whisper. This is a place where you don't just see nature, you hear it speak. With sandstone towers that pierce the sky, Garden of the Gods feels like a cathedral carved by time. Walking through its red rock corridors, you feel small, but deeply alive. From the city, you can see the towering summit of Pikes Peak. And if you choose to reach it, by car, train, or foot, you'll understand why it inspired the song America the Beautiful. Colorado Springs isn't just beautiful, it's alive. Cyclists, climbers, sunset watchers, they're not chasing achievements, just chasing the feeling of being fully, truly here. Whether you come to climb, explore, or simply escape the noise, Colorado Springs offers something rare, the feeling of home. Not made of walls or roofs, but of peace inside yourself. As the screen fades, you may forget the names and roads. But one thing stays, the feeling. That moment beneath the peaks, the wind on your shoulder, the light streaming through pine trees. Colorado isn't just a destination. It's where you lived each moment fully. You didn't come to escape. You came to touch the wild and reconnect with yourself. You can't pack the sky, the river's rush, or the sunset behind the canyon. But you still take them with you, in memory, in heart, and in the changed look in your eyes. Even if you stayed in Colorado for just a few days, if one day you close your eyes and remember, then this place belongs to you, and a part of you stayed behind. This isn't goodbye. It's a promise that one day you'll return. When you need quiet, when you need wonder, or when you simply miss the feeling of being alive.